Thanks for tuning in to this tutorial, guys. I'm coming at you with the drop fade on straight textured hair. I try to bring you guys a straight hair tutorial every time I can. Here I'm sectioning off the hair that I don't want to cut. So all of that is going to be done with scissor work. So I'm only going to cut up to his parietal ridge. And here I have on the number 5 guard, just debulking up to that ridge. Really at this point, I'm just clearing space to make it easier for me to see my guidelines. Here I come up under that with the number 4 guard just to get a little bit closer. Here I'm taking my trimmer to create the guideline for the fade. And you notice how I'm contouring the guideline with the shape of his head. Next I have the clipper with the lever fully open and I'm creating another guideline. And the way that I'm going to blend out that guideline, I'm going to start at the bottom with the lever fully closed. And then I'm going to slowly open the lever bit by bit until I get to the top of that guideline. So when I open the lever, I open it just a little bit past a quarter of the way. And then the second time I open it about 3/4 of the way open. So right here, to ensure that I don't take the fade too high, I'm going to be blending down. And here I'm using the number 3 guard. If you look in the left hand corner, you'll see the guard chart. So I figured this would be helpful for you guys to follow along so you'll know the guards that I'm using. So I'm starting right here and then I'm going to gradually blend down. So after this, I'm going to use the number 2 guard. Here's the number 2 guard, and I like to start with the lever fully open just because that will help blend into that 3 guard even more. Next, I have on the 1.5 guard going up under that number 2 guard. So really all I'm doing, every time I go down, I'm just going down 1 guard size. Next, I have on the 1 guard going up under that 1.5 guard. And notice how I start with the lever open on each guard. With the half guard, I have the lever halfway open and then I'm going to close it. So at this point, I've gone through all of my guard steps. Now I'm going back and refining the fade. And right here you see the ridge area is heavy, so I'm going to wet the hair and do clipper over comb just to reduce some of that weight. Now I still want to leave some weight at the parietal ridge, I just don't want it to be too bulky on the sides. So with clipper over comb, just be aware of how much hair you feed into the comb. So the amount of hair that you feed into the comb, that's how much will be cut off. Now if you want to reduce the amount of hair that's going to be cut off, you can open the lever on the clipper. So see, basically me doing that clipper over comb just softened the blend up. And then here I'm just continuing to refine the fade. For the lineup, we're not going to do anything too crazy. I'm just going to slightly clean it up. He didn't want anything too aggressive with this lineup. Now I'm going to saturate the top to get ready to do some shear work on top. As you can see, his hair is very, very thick. So I'm going to thin it out with thinning shears as well. So the way that I do this is pretty simple. I just start and make a traveling guide. So each time I go back, I grab hair from the previous section. And right here, so the hair shape doesn't look too square, I'm trying to round it at the ridge just a little bit, just so his head doesn't look too boxy. Now I'm moving over towards the middle, but as you can see, I still grab some of that hair from the right side of the section that I previously cut. And then all you do is just continue to move over and repeat. And of course, I'll go back and go over this. This is just a first rough draft. You always have to double check to make sure that your work is even. And right here, I'm just going to thin out the hair a little bit. As you can see, with thinning shears, it doesn't cut off as much, just because the teeth are a lot thicker and it's only cutting off certain hairs. So if you guys got value out of this video, I ask that you hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. That way you'll know whenever we upload new content. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.